Interesting stat here, gentlemen. Would you like me to share it with you?
Yeah.
When these teams have met over 2 legs, Juventus have always won. When they've met in 1 leg, i.e. the final, Real Madrid have always won. So what does the SPI say about all of that? Well, Real Madrid are favourites just at 54%. Craig, you've already backed Real Madrid. You said they're going to win it all.
I did not.
It's an interesting matchup, and SPI can't make too much between these two, and I agree. The thing is, for me, if Juventus put together a performance, a 90 minutes, like you saw in the first leg against Spurs, I think Real Madrid make the most of it, and there's no coming back against Real Madrid as Juventus did against Spurs. They have to be complete, play a full 180 minutes. I think if Juventus do that, they can get the better of Real Madrid, but they have to be perfect for 180 minutes.
No, I'm gonna go with Real Madrid because as I said a minute ago, I know they've got the rugged, defensive, organised side to them. I like to the flair, the little bits of flair they have got, Juventus. I know they've gone back on top of Serie A and they've had to work hard for that to happen. They put the pressure on Napoli, and they've sort of buckled at the moment. But this competition, and I continually look at Real Madrid for the last couple of years and think this is the year. I thought Juventus were going to beat them in the final last year. I think they had a better team in the final. For whatever reason, it didn't happen. Bonucci was arguing with Dybala. Whatever the story was, this is a side that get it done in the big games, and I don't think this is the most difficult draw they could have had. And I think Juve's pragmatism will come short against the flair of Real Madrid. I just can't see Real Madrid going out to Juventus.
Gav, what's the reaction been in Italy to the draw?
Well, I think people in Italy, like people everywhere else, Dan, can look at this and say Real Madrid are good and they're the defending champions, and Juve would have rather had somebody else. But I think, I agree with Craig broadly, and I'd throw in another factor as well, which is that Real Madrid's season is over, except for the Champions League. Juventus have to worry about winning the title, and that's going to take energy away from them. I think Juve's best bet between now and then is to recover, hope that the best Dybala shows up, and maybe hope that Real Madrid, maybe Zidane having to effectively accommodate 13 starters for 11 positions, on the day maybe gets his lineup wrong. But it's certainly an uphill task.
Jules, of course, Real Madrid making it through to the quarterfinals after beating PSG.
I'll leave it out.
Who have you got in this?
Can't remember. No, I think the second leg being at the Bernabeu is a huge factor in this game, although we saw Spurs having the second leg at home, but Spurs is not Real Madrid, no offence to them. And I have to agree with the boys. I think Real Madrid have an edge in this game. You just can't write off Juventus, though, at all, because they have that bit of magic with Higuain and Dybala that they can pull out any times. If they get the injured players back and have a bit more depth, maybe that they had in previous rounds, especially against Spurs, for example, they stand a chance, but I still think Real Madrid would be the favourite.
Gab, did we get a prediction from you?
I'm going to lean Real Madrid.
Why are you putting that face?
Because I hate making predictions. Because the game's not until the game's not for another 2 weeks. A lot of things can happen between now and then, Dan.
Yeah, we do. We hate making
It's too early for predictions.
You'll have a lot of time to correct yourself.
This is the thing with predictions, and when the game goes the other way, you get these muppets come on and say, you said that. It's just a guessing game, particularly at this stage.
Well, it's not just a guessing game, is it?
Well, not if it's black and white, it's not a guessing game.
It should be an informed decision.
What? If it was so easy, everybody playing these betting pools when they guess how many results are going to be, we'd be millionaires.
Well, you're an expert. You should know these things.
It's two very evenly matched teams, right? Here's what happens: coaches make decisions on the day that can change a game, good and bad. Players have bad games. Players get injured. Players get nervous. Players don't play particularly well. How the hell are you supposed to guess that's going to happen?
That's your job, isn't it?
What, guessing?
Yeah, you're supposed to get in their heads.
I'll get in your head in a minute. Don't worry.